What's up, my friends? Welcome into another episode of Good Grief. My name is Trey Winn. This is a place where I'm going to be talking about a lot of things, and today I'm talking about one Brian Callahan. Let me explain to you what has happened with the Tennessee Titans since 2019. As you can see behind me, Chat 10 Sports is a company I created as a fan passion that became something bigger. We had podcasts, we had fan groups, we had sponsorships, we had advertisements, social media, live weekly shows, all these different things happening, right? At that point in my life, 2019, we had an experience at Parkway Poorhouse in in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The entire bar was packed out with Tennessee Titans fans. Mike Vrabel was the coach. Derrick Henry was the running back. A.J. Brown was still here, I believe. Ryan Tannehill's the quarterback. John Robinson coming to the latter half of his stint as well. A dream was dying. But we did not know this dream was becoming a nightmare because here we are now, I think a year or two out from having a brand new stadium. So here's the concern for several reasons. And I'm actually about to jump on the news with WKRN in Nashville to talk about this. And I wanted to tell you this stuff because there is a full context about this. And I want to make sure everybody has it documented properly. Number one, Cameron Ward is the number one concern of this team right now. So, and my concern is the second factor on this list. Brian Callahan is the biggest, public enemy number one when it comes to his development. Because as you're seeing right now, Joe Burrow just had surgery. I don't want my quarterback having surgery. For the Bengals context, you've had years of offensive line issues. The Titans have as well, and Bill Callahan is supposed to be somebody that was some Hall of Fame whiz guru, and the product on the field has progressively looked worse and worse. And at the end of the day, the team has to be taken seriously. And when Jarvis Brownlee Jr. is getting traded, fans are booing in the stadium. It is not good, and it's one of those things here and now. I have no reason to go up to Nissan Stadium this year, unfortunately. Now, if Brian Callahan and Bo Hardigree or whomever was to take over in the interim phase and they actually fired Brian Callahan, I might have a lot more incentive to come back up to Nashville. I have friends, I have family, I can come up there for several reasons, and you sprinkle on a little Titans game, I'm sold. It's all gravy. But every week it has been same things of penalties, offensive line issues. Cam Ward's putting the ball on people's chest, hitting people in the helmet with the ball. And at the end of the day, guys like Calvin Ridley, who are making a lot of money on this payroll, are not doing their jobs, which makes me wonder. Training camp is a while, right? It's a good period of time to start the install, or I guess continue the install from the spring. Getting people, accumulated with the roster and getting guys up to speed with terminology and things like this. But when a team like the Titans comes out and says and does what they do, because Brian Callahan has said a whole lot to the media that has just honestly left me wondering why he's still the coach. He's now losing the responsibility of calling plays. And at the end of the day, man, if you can't do what you were brought in to do, because Zach Taylor and I can, kind of collaborated on this thing with Joe Burrow, and you can see how well he turned out. And my dad will come with me, right? It is a bill of no goods. Like, it is a snake oil salesman. And this happens sometimes. Like, someone touches the Joe Burrow's garment, and now they're the next quarterback whisperer of the NFL, and they have a head coaching job in no time. Some guys pan out. Sean McVay is pan out. Mike McDaniel. Jury's out, but we'll see. But at the end of the day, Brian Callahan has to go. Fans have lost faith. There's no doubt in my mind that this team has lost faith in this coach because Jarvis Brownlee Jr., which, again, second-year guy, played pretty well, has had some penalty issues, maybe got a little mouthy. I'm assuming he got mouthy with the coach or someone in the front office, and they said, Aaron Glenn, he's your problem now. And all we want is a couple nickels and quarters back for him with a 6th and 7th round pick, which is, for a team that needs a lot, it don't make no sense. And at the end of the day, it's soap opera drama that I love to keep in my life. And every single day I try and sit here and piece these things together. You talk at the water cooler about your sports teams and your fantasy and your bets. And when you're the Titans fan, when you're the Titans fan in the group. Yeah, we used to be good. Steve McNair and Eddie George and Frank Wycheck and Kevin Dyson and all the classics and Jeff Fisher and all these different things. Mike Vrabel, I know he's not doing great in Patriots country, but it's one of those things. I know that takes a long time to get rebuilt after old Belichick has sunken that ship, got a sweet little smoking hot girlfriend, and now he's down in North Carolina ripping hell. And that's not going very well for him. So I don't know, man. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that you don't hear about, that you don't know about, but it's all freaking like Game of Thrones out here, man. I wouldn't be shocked and I heard the Patriots were asking about Jarvis Brownlee Jr., and they dealt him to the Jets, which is an in-division opponent for the Patriots. So it's kind of like hey, Mike, have a good one, Mike. Amy Adams Strunk is a hothead, and a lot of fans know that. She goes quiet at times. She won't talk to the media. And at the end of the day, you're the person. I know Kenneth Adams is in there, the whole conglomerate of the Adams family that owns this thing. Nobody's taking you guys seriously. I'm just going to tell you, like, the reactionary firing of certain people in person, front office, and even them having the free will to drive these teams down into the ground doesn't make sense to me at all. Makes me scratch my head, makes me wonder why my logic seems more logical than the professionals who are in these positions. It's a hard knock life being a Titans fan, and now it's good to be a Vols fan. Predators, don't know. We'll see how it goes, but by God, for the honest part of this conversation, I think that there could be a space and time. Diehard fans, like for Green Bay Packers fans, there's currently a wait list for tickets. And I think AI did the numbers or something like that, or someone came out with this stats about how it would take an approximated 60 years just to get a chance to buy tickets. Titans fans would never. Titans fans go to the game and they sit down, acting as though this is like some spectacle just to sit here and be, bravo, boys. They finally put it together. It makes no sense to me. Get on your feet, stand up, cheer. You're a part of the home crowd. It's just like a college game, so all the Tennessee fans, they know what Neyland's like. But the difference is the product at Neyland is significantly better than the product at Nissan. It's an interesting dynamic, don't you think? When is this team really going to turn the corner? Because my thought and my concern, even this last week, you saw Marcus Mariota becoming emotional after the game with the Commanders, saying, oh, it's just my journey and these guys and it's these moments. And I celebrate his win for him. You know what I'm saying? He went through a lot. You're the promised prince. The Hawaii documentary the Titans did for him. Flying Hawaiian. Like all these different marketing things to get Mariota out of there. Coaching changes. Offensive coordinator changes. Terrible offensive line plays at time. You have Derrick Henry, which takes steam off of him. Yeah, he's a 2,000-yard rusher. Yeah, I get it. But Marcus Mariota did not have the support to keep him physically healthy. Maybe it's a Marcus Mariota thing. But after you go through Jake Locker, Vince Young, I'm going to count Mariota. You just went through Will Levis, who's now on the injured reserve with a shoulder because he opted out of the season to have this surgery done. Red flags. Just everywhere. It's not a carnival, guys. This is red flag city. Like there should be alarms going off at this point. How many games have we won the last 2 seasons at this point now? Because I mean, when's the last time they actually won a game, I guess? What is the incentive for fans to come up and be here and spend their money on $15 beers and food that's outrageously expensive and an atmosphere at the game that's really, I mean, if it's a pretty day, you're sitting pretty. And if it's not scalding hot and if it's not freezing, which is why they're making this thing an arena now. I just don't understand the reality of the situation that they're in because, like Al Davis said, just win, baby. It doesn't matter if you have all the spritz and all the diamond-laced chandeliers inside of your facility and the state-of-the-art technology. If your football team sucks, no one's coming. Hate to be that guy. I'm going to head out of here. Lovey-dovey. You guys have a great rest of your week. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Should the Titans fire Brian Callahan? Take care. Thanks for listening to the Good Grief Podcast. Be sure you listen everywhere you listen, and I'll see you next time. Have a good week.